But I am here to convey something. Of course, you know, this life is a journey of moving through our bodies, and even bodies moving through us. You can say that literally if you've had children, but we are also interacting on an energetic level where the delicacy is physical as much as the narcissistic society is having trouble with that, and they do. You know, a narcissist is somebody who lives in their minds mainly, and there's a high chance that there is disconnect physically, right? I mean, we can get into that psychological dynamic where these things are like compounding because the way that, well, basically it's the takeover of mind, which is a frickin' disease. In the East, the mind and illness are synonymous. So the subject matter of narcissism there isn't anything more interesting. That is, if you are genuinely interested in human relationships, say like you wanted to interact with people on the planet. I'm saying this as somebody with 5 planets in Libra, trine the moon, which is a good aspect of the moon, my emotional state. It's like I'm very concerned with how are we getting along here? Who are you? Oh, really? You're not there, but you're as insecure as the air, you know, and there is so much language that is weaving, that can only weave in and out of looking at the hidden, multifaceted experience of this, and that's why it's important that we keep communicating. And that's a gift, just like, of course, writing, but really like music. You know, if you're somebody who can focus enough to convey something of any use to anybody, really their minds, to set them free a bit. Right now, information about the mind, going into the mind, is just is very odd, because first of all, yes, you'll have to use language. You know what I mean? The mind, most of the 80%, like especially narcissists, they're only operating through a word thought kind of stuff, which is for me hard to imagine because my mind is given to music a long time ago. A long time ago, I was exposed to being musical, and just kept devoting my time into the insane act of just focusing on melodies and musical structure, and they were all my own. And I don't care if it's, you know, I'm pulling these structures out of the cosmos that is music, and concentrating and focusing, and this is a meditation after a while for me. And I see music, if you know anything of what it was, pardon me while I talk about, because I'm a Libra, and this is what is, I'm going to talk about what's hidden about what I know about me and Libra, and it rules music. So what is making music is, and a lot of people don't really think about this, but if you do, you'll see this is the truth. And any good musician, or any good music teacher, which there is no music teachers, babes. Music is the teacher. Thank you. Good God. Get that ego out of here. You either have a gift of knowing how to just convey the easiness of it and says, now look, it's like one of the only things that is instant gratification. You must be, if you're a good teacher of music to especially children and people, if you want to teach them music, there's no such thing. You introduce them to the instant gratification that comes from learning the truth about it. And learning the truth is just, it could be just clap your hands on a one, whatever. And so really, it's very intuitive, and the counting comes later, and the notes come later. It's very natural, and if you're a natural, kids are just going to be knowing it already. You'll see that they're there. Give it a language, start pointing at the symbolism if you need to, but if what they need is a freaking instrument in their hand. Anyway, getting back to what it really is made of. It's made of silence. Silence in between. Silence, ooh, in between. It's so carefully measured. You can't believe it's like the weather, but you don't even see that it comes all together. It's just all gonna be like the ocean. It's like water. Yes, very good description, right? I don't really freestyle very much, but some people have that down. I actually had it down for many years. I wouldn't go to people's houses. See, it's the age of the 90s, early 2000s, where techno music was just like, it's totally open to rap to it, right? And do anything else, really. It's just this background of a washing machine going over there. And I'm like, all right. So whenever I start talking to anybody, whenever it's just, I make sure it rhymes and it's on time. And they're like, it's like, and you're just going to notice that that's what I do all the time, and it's right on the music, and that's how I make it rhyme, but I was so fluid with it at sometimes, authentically coming from a really bored place, going to people's houses and they're listening to that shit. It's like, by the way, whatever. It's the sound of a literal, just really electronic, imprisonment. You snap out of it and make your own music. Anyway, getting back to what it's really made of. I don't care if it's technological, if it's that mathematic structure, and then even a solid A note. Little lesson on music is it's not a vibrational frequency like the 528. Well, is that an A note? No, the E note is 528 hertz. That appears to be a solid tone. But there's a vibrational frequency there that if you slowed it way down, there's a silence in between that causes you to hear it as a certain frequency, that vibration, as that pitch. It's the silence in between that makes that sound, which is the musical note of the 528 and all the rest. But getting back to music itself, when you hear it, it's not done without that careful measurement of silence. So getting back to, God, 7 minutes, 8 minutes? Good God, yes. I want to take 8,000 years to draw this out, can I? You must be hypnotized. Focus on something like this. So then, getting back to having devoted. Anybody knows me, and I know me. It's a lot of people can't see, but you can hear. I have a lot of accomplishment, and it's not really displayed unless it's live. That's the way you're supposed to play music. Get a recorder, but my saying is that the day that music was recorded and then you were able to play it back, hand out tapes, is the day that music died. Ask the Beatles. Anyway, getting back to Sergeant Pepper Heart Club Band, or whatever you call that. And, we have silence that makes music. What have I been doing for the past? Technically, there is an alignment of years upon years. If you were to add up all the hours into days, into months, into years, babes, of silence that I have been devoted to, I have taken my vow of silence by focusing on music. A lot of gurus like Osho and other ones, they say, you take your vow of silence, and he boasts of 1,465 days. He was totally silent, and it's like, try 15 years altogether. That's me, and that's where I would get to the level of being able to communicate on what they are able to tap into too, and it's really important. Really, those people are so important that sit and radiate. What do they radiate? Silence. That's what you're listening to that is the most peaceful, when somebody, of course, is not ruining that moment, saying fuck, fuck, fuck all the time, but really, if you enmesh that in a rhythm, you can disappear that word. There's a transcendental meditation that you should do with words. I mean, it might have happened to you already. Have you ever ran into, like, when I remember when it first happened to me was the word feather. I knew what the word feather was. I mean, I know what it pointed at, but I said it enough. You say it enough. It becomes just the sound it is. That's it, and it's nothing. It is. You forget what the hell is it. What is it? No, it's not anything, but it's just a sound, and that's the truth. Make it a rhythm, and all it is. What is that? Quiet, silence. Not really nothing going on. Not really. Getting back to the problem of mind, and 80% of the people who are stricken with the plague, which is the mind, and whew, anything is possible there, isn't it, folks? And just latch onto each other, and I wouldn't say imagine, but believe. Believe, baby. Yeah, put your imagination into the hell of a belief system out there. Welcome to welcome to the adult babysitting schools called your television set. It's just an offshoot of the education system over there. You got to keep your CNN going and your Channel 4 News. And also, boy, you know what I've noticed, because I've been here a while, kids. I'm going nearly on 50. And it's important, when you get older, talk about those people, those gurus that radiate in a strange way. It's like, those are such important people. Keep your children away from them. Especially, because they have a long beard. Especially that woman over there that they hang on a cross. By the way, let's glorify that. Now that it's over with, it's dead, right? Yes. Okay, good. Close the book. The end. I'm feeling really good, you know. I know what I need to do. I have to do. It's really simple. My life is pretty darn simple. Everybody wishes they had my problem. It's not a problem. See, it's hard to be around narcissists that say, that's not a problem. You're like, oh, so when are you going to, like, say, when are you going to acknowledge me as a decent, like I say, just at the level of where you are, perfectly perfect, you perfect human being, you. When are you going to acknowledge us, you know, as qualifying in your mind? Because I'm already laying down flat for you, you know, like now we're getting beyond the level of snake shit in a wagon rut. Are you ever going to, yeah, crack a smile? No, not until you break down and get absolutely steaming fucking pissed right in front of your face and get really toxic, and then they just go, I knew that you were mad. You know, I really have other things to do. Fucking shitheads, man. So fucking unconscious. That's what you're dealing with there. And it's really none of your business. People taking them so seriously. And I just flashed on the system. It's like, did you know that there's a system that's going to take care of them? Give them a TV set. Give them a TV set. Tiptoe away. Right now it's give them goggles. Fuck, man. How weird. Excuse my language. Yeah, don't say that, Shauna. You'll get that other random unlike over there, which is, by the way, it's an is like. You look at it, take the D away, is like. It's mainly is like. Mainly is like. Man, give it to me. Right there. Fish. Sorry. Nothing like that. I'm a naturally high person if I'm left without worry. You know, I have some worries. They're simple though. Back to how simple my problems are, and it's like I don't want to tell people them. Of course, it's a little embarrassing because of how simple they are. And so it's like, what an irresponsible, neglectful. It's like, nah, you know, you wish you can make a mountain out of molehill, and that's your creation, and then you take care of it, and then you feel fulfilled and satisfied. That's not what the narcissist is doing. They are chasing after some fucking system, tied a fucking carrot to their ass, and they're, I'm doing so much better than you, can't you fucking tell? It's like, yeah, the system takes really good care of you. There's a war on simplicity of life and truly good things and fucking relaxation. Can you relax? That's the call. There is. You know, that vibration out there that they have manufactured to just keep this fragment, due to the fragmented mind that can't put two and two together and make sense. It's gonna cause, just like the natural vibration of the Uranus being in Taurus, and now I'm gonna wrap this up. Uranus and Taurus, it's always gonna be the call to this. It's so weird to think of Uranus and Taurus. That's our savior right there. Because, well, Taurus is very spiritual. It's Venetian. It's the earth. That's the one who holds us and takes care of us, and we obey the simple laws there. Simple! Simple, babes. And you want to get past the discipline. Where we're going next is superhuman capabilities. They call it superhuman, but it's probably perfectly human. And watch the system thwart all of that out of perception with a lot of agents, and then just make a movie about it. Make a movie about it. Go sit there and then imagine that that's you, that you can do something with electricity or whatever with your own energy, but no, you're coming from a belief that it's not truth in the first place, and that was because you think that this is Hollywood. This is imagined, though, by the way, kids. It's rated R, and I have to tell you that. And now somebody else lived it for you. It's just not happening for you. You have to get up and go through the maze that's out there that you just you can't even dare imagine anything beyond that, can you? Thanks for listening. I would rather have this turn off on a magical number. What's the magical number? Do you